Good morning, Murdoch. This week, we go over the annual Fall Festival, review the week in sports, and get some important announcements. All that and more on this episode of Blue Devil Weekly today, Friday, October 15th, 2021.
Welcome back, everyone. This past weekend was the annual Winchendon Fall Festival held on Central Street. Did you get a chance to visit, Dan?
I didn't, but our reporters in the field managed to catch up with some folks as they enjoyed the day. Let's take a look.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's a pretty good time here. I'm having a blast.
I'm having a great time.
Absolutely. The turnout here has been great. It's been great to see so many people out here, and everything's going really well.
Yeah, that's good.
I am having fun.
I'm having a great time today. Telling everyone to eat Subway, telling all the little kids Subway's their main superhero in their life.
Yes, I am. I'm having a great time.
What activities are you enjoying?
I'm playing cornhole with my buddies, having a great time. The food is great.
Right now, I'm enjoying seeing all of my students. That's kind of cool, and they're meeting my family who's here too. So.
Well, obviously, enjoying the turkey fry demonstration we did. It's always good to do some type of fire demonstration. Been enjoying walking up and down, seeing all the vendors, and seeing everybody just out and about finally, and having a good time.
That is great. That is great.
I'm having fun going on a train, going around in circles, saying hi to everyone, telling everyone to go to Subway.
What activities would you like to see in the future?
I would say more games, some competitions, get a little heated, for the future, yep.
I'd like to see everyone in this town go to my Subway. We have the freshest of meat, freshest of bread, freshly cooked. Everyone on this watching this video, eat fresh.
Looking forward to having a number of these kind of fairs again. Also looking forward to hopefully getting some of you guys out into the fire service. We're trying to put together a program where we actually do some guys and girls where they actually do things at the firehouse. We might be doing it coming up in the schools. So look to have you guys when you turn 18 to come join the fire department, and maybe before that we'll do some type of a recruit program.
I don't know. This is my first time here, so what I see is pretty good so far.
What do you do here?
I'm a spray paint artist. I use rattle can spray paint and palette knives to create amazing, spectacular works of art.
Well, this is quite amazing. Do you think your business is doing really well?
Since the first time I've ever done a craft fair, I really don't know, but I seem to be busier than everybody else, so yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you.
Booth is doing very good. We've got a lot of people stopping, asking questions. We've had pretty good sales today. It's a very nice place here. I really like, my wife does too. We like coming up to this fest.
And what are some fire safety rules we should always follow?
I'd probably say pretty much always you want to follow that when you're doing the cooking stuff like this, you want to make sure you're always watching it and you're following the directions on how to cook things. When you're doing like campfires and or outdoor cooking and that, you want to make sure you're not using anything, spraying bug spray or any of that stuff in the fires and that, because it'll flare up and kind of keep any cans away.
So, how do you feel about winning it, the pie eating contest?
Pretty good. Don't feel like I truly won, but pretty good.
What strategies did you use?
Just eat the pie, man. Just eat the pie. That's all you gotta do.
Well, was the pie good, though?
Kind of, but I'm not a big fan of apple pie.
Thank you.
Did Alex seriously interview a cow?
It does appear as though he did. Let's move on to some important announcements for the upcoming week.
All students going on the field trip to Salem need to have their permission slips in today to Ms. Rondo or Ms. Lundgren.
Do you enjoy gaming? Put your skills to the test and join the Murdoch esports team. They are competing in Super Smash Bros. And Rocket League. Competitions take place on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and you can even compete from home. Contact Mr. Foster and Ms. Rondo for more information.
Fellow seniors, your senior yearbook packets are due in just 15 days. The information is in your graduating class Google Classroom. Email Ms. Fry with any questions.
The sophomore class will be holding a bottle and can drive this Saturday from 9 to noon in the parking lot of the CAC on Central Street.
A typo on the school year calendar was caught a few weeks ago, and the school committee approved an updated calendar last week. The last day of school is now June 14th without any snow days. Then again, as a senior, Kelsey, you're probably praying for lots of snow days this year, right?
Most definitely. Speaking of being a senior, this Tuesday all seniors are invited to a college workshop sponsored by the guidance office. The topic of this week's free shop is demystifying the college application process. The workshop will take place during F Block.
The Blue Devil Food Pantry is in need of restocking. The pantry serves all students and is in need of everything from breakfast foods to snacks and side dishes. Donations can be made to Ms. Weeks in the form of unexpired shelf-stable items. Monetary donations are also accepted. Please contact Ms. Weeks to coordinate.
A representative from the University of New England in Maine will be at Murdoch Wednesday, the 20th at 12. Juniors and seniors interested in hearing about the program should sign up in the guidance office to attend.
This past weekend, the joint Murdoch-Narragansett Marching Band participated in the UMass Band Day. 3 students from Murdoch participated alongside over 1,200 students from around New England during the halftime show. The band will be participating in a regional competition on October 24th.
The October Flexbox will take place on Friday the 22nd. Students should visit their graduating class Google Classroom to select an activity to participate in.
If you haven't noticed yet, a lot of stuff gets shared in your graduating class Google Classroom. If you have a phone, you should enable notifications so you receive these updates in a timely manner.
To enable and customize your notifications, open your Google Classroom app on your phone, tap the menu icon in the top corner, then select Settings and then Notifications. If you need help, see any teacher and ask for assistance.
It was certainly an interesting week in the sports world. The Pats pulled off a fourth-quarter win against the Texans this past Sunday, and the Sox won the division playoff and started the ALCS tonight against the Astros.
Murdoch athletes had a lot going on this past week as well, so let's bring it over to Kevin and Nate to get the details.
Thank you, Dan and Kelsey. The Murdoch-Narragansett boys soccer team played last week against Air Shirley, where they took a 2-0 loss. They ended the season with 2 more games against West Boylston and Lunenburg that will be part of next week's episode.
The Murdoch Gardner field hockey team beat Maynard last week with a score of 3-1. They have playoffs coming up next week, so make sure to show some support for the girls. Last Wednesday, the cross-country team had a meet against Littleton, where Avery Murphy came in 3rd place for the girls and Gavin Zabit came in 5th place for the boys.
Their next meet is October 21st against Narragansett at Ingleside Park in Winchendon.
The Murdoch Gardner golf team had matches against Hudson and Tohoto last week, where they took losses in both of them.
They ended their season this past week against Air, and that will also be on next week's episode.
The football team took a hard loss last Friday against Abbey Kelly with a score of 39-21. Calvin Tenney had a great game rushing the ball with 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was followed by Stephen Gauthier with 78 yards and 1 touchdown.
The boys' next game is Friday, October 22nd, away at Gardner. That will do it for this week's sports report. Back to you, Dan and Kelsey, in the studio.
Good job, athletes, on your efforts this past week, and good luck at your upcoming games. Before we close out this episode, let's bring it over to Alex for the week's upcoming weather forecast.
Thank you, Dan. This week we had a bizarre event unfold last Saturday. Many people might have heard an explosion and maybe felt something like an earthquake. Well, it was no earthquake, but rather a meteor entering the atmosphere and exploding. The rumble could be felt through southern New Hampshire and central Mass. Now, here is the upcoming 5-day forecast. Today will be mostly cloudy with temps being in the high 60s and dropping to the high 50s. Tomorrow, there is a high chance of rains, so bring your umbrellas. Temps will be in the low 70s and dropping into high 40s. Early next week, it will be mostly sunny. Sunday will be nicer of the 2 days this weekend, with temps in the high 50s and dropping into low 40s at night. That's all. Back to you, Kelsey and Dan.
Thanks, Alex. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Blue Devil Weekly. Be sure to stay updated with what's going on at Murdoch through our social media team by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at MurdochHS.
And if you aren't already subscribed to our channel, be sure to, as well as click the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. Hang in there, Devils, and we'll see you next week.